Okay, this is the final video of my most valuable records, and this is going to be 10 to 1. And we're going to start with an album that is a grail for me. And I was looking for this album ever since I started collecting. Back in the end of 2016, 2017. I knew I wanted this album on vinyl so bad. It is one of my favorite all-time albums. It is Coming With Me on the Desert Island. And it is Quicksand Slip. This album is so good. This is a repress from what year? 2013, and it's on clear, like a Coke bottle clear. I paid. This album is going for just over $100 on Discogs at the time that I bought it, and I bought it from a guy at a record show. I had seen the album there several times, and I would pick it up, I would look at it, I would look at the price, and I'd be like, I don't know if I want to pay that. And a repress didn't seem like it was going to happen. I'm still not sure if a repress will happen. And this is a very nice release too. Very thick cardboard jacket. It's an oversized jacket as well, so I actually can't use my normal sleeves. I have to use one of these little extra large baggy ones. And I store the album actually in the outer, and I have to take out the inner and just sort of put it in the middle. It's real tight. These types of jackets are they're cool and they're very solid, and I don't think anything's going to happen to this record. It's going to be, hard to get damaged or whatever, but it also makes it a little hard for storage, I guess, and practicality. At least the way that I store my other albums. Pretty much every other release that isn't this kind of jacket. It's originally released in '94, and this band, this was kind of, Nirvana was out, grunge was happening, Soundgarden, all that stuff. This was kind of like a punk, kind of melodic punk band, I guess I would describe it. And they're just fabulous. They're so good. This record is amazing. Every song on here is great. They're actually touring right now. Them and Helmet, so they're kind of in the same category as like a Helmet. Kind of like I don't want to say hardcore punk or whatever. I really can't think of like a genre. Just like this album's kind of hard rock too. It's also really melodic, like very sing along choruses. It's just one of the best albums that I own. I'm so glad that a lot of my favorite albums are in the top 10 here, because it makes it worth spending the money. So I bought this for just $100 straight up. And yeah, it was repressed a couple times back in 2013, 2014, whenever by this particular company, SRC Vinyl, I guess. But yeah, they just stopped doing represses. There was 1,000 of these on clear, and they were numbered. Mine is number 834. So yeah, they were numbered SRC, and yeah, it's a fantastic record. And it is number 10 on my most valuable albums. Now, this album, on average in 2022, sold for 129. And there's a current one out there for $139. So yeah, this album is still kind of a little expensive if you wanted to purchase. I was just getting tired of not popping up at a kind of a deal, you know. I was kind of more looking for a better price, but it just wasn't happening. So I was just at a point where I was just like, I want to start getting some of these grails, you know, some of these albums that I really, really, really love. And yeah, so I picked it up, and that's Quicksand Slip. All right, number 9 most valuable record. Now, my copy of this, I only paid $40 for this copy, like straight up $40 at a record show. And my copy, one side of the vinyl has scratches on it. Now, no skips, but there is popping on it. But it's the majority of the damage is during the heavy parts, you know, during a lot of the riffing. So it's really, it does affect the sound during that track, but it's not overpowering, I guess. So it's definitely not a perfect near mint or nowhere near that. You know, it's VG plus at maximum probably, or you know, at its best. And maybe VG. You know, VG plus on Discogs describes, you know, some popping, some noise, but plays through, which I would say that this album does that. Now the cover is slightly damaged with some creasing, and a little bit of a seam split on the top. So I definitely don't have a perfect copy of this record. So I couldn't sell it for the price that it's actually going for. But I do not mind this having this copy and having paid $40. And that's Symphony X, The Odyssey. This is my favorite album from Symphony X. I love this album. The Odyssey, the actual song, The Odyssey on here plays through perfect. Side 2 has a, I don't know, I'm trying to see if you can see that on there. See that little scratch right there? That's the damage. And it does pop through that, and that is on side 2, track 1, Accolade. And I think a little bit of that song is, you know, a little bit quieter in sound, so there is a little bit of noise through there. But once I get through that part of the song, it's clear sailing from there. And it's just, you know, something I have to deal with, and it sucks. But when I saw this in the bin, I almost didn't give a shit if it was even worse than what it was, because I had been looking for this album for a long time, up until that point. You know, it was definitely on my Grail, and this is another Grail album that I probably would have, if, you know, seeing, sometimes that happens, right? You know, you see a record on Discogs, it's not real. You know, it's like just a picture and a description with a price next to it. So it's a lot easier to say, nope, 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 nope. I'm going to wait until you like get that feeling, okay, hey, I'm getting my taxes or something. You know, I might want to make a big purchase or whatever. A bonus from work or something. But when you see it in the flesh, you know, when you see it in the bin, you're just flipping, boom, boom, and holy shit, Symphony X, The Odyssey, just is in front of my face. I can pick it up and touch it. I can look at it. When I pulled the records out, I was so disappointed. I was like, oh fuck, this is shitty. This is a real bad scratch. And you can feel the scratch too. So it definitely makes noise through that part of the song. I'm not gonna lie about that, but it's still, I can still listen to it and have no problem paying $40 for what this is worth. Was actually worth it for me. And it, you know, have a Grail in front of you. I don't know. Tell me if you could resist I couldn't for less than half of what the album is worth. So this album is going for this number 9. This album is selling on average for 130 over 2022 every time it was sold. And there was one currently for 124. So yeah, Odyssey. And came with the lyric sheets, everything, you know. And the song, The Odyssey, is just a fantastic song. It's their opus, you know. It's their best song. And there's a connection. Sir Russell Allen sings on many Arjen Lucassen projects, Star One and Arion. So that's always a connection that I appreciated. And oh my God, this album, so good. So glad I have it, even though it's not a perfect copy. All right. I have another album that isn't perfect. This one upset me. And I tried to get it corrected, but you know, whenever this album kept coming in stock, Lunchbox got lucky, and you know, they put out an email or an Instagram post saying, "Hey, we just got a bunch of these in. Order them now." You know, and they allowed you to order on the website, and I was one of the few who, like, their posts I get like immediately on my phone. So when stuff like this pops up, I just jumped on the website, bought it. I didn't even think. And it is the number 8 most valuable record that I have. And that's Smashing Pumpkins, Siamese Dream. And fantastic album. This is that repress with the foil cover. Not the original, you know, orange vinyl. And this is on black vinyl for both discs. Great 90s, you know, hard rock, alternative rock, grunge, whatever you want to say. Great album. I like the first album too, Gish. Those are the 2 albums that I love. I haven't explored that much beyond that. But yeah, I got this for, I think these go for pretty high, even in retail. I think it was like $45 or something like that, $50, and ended up being with tax or whatever. But when I got it home, I pulled it out, and I ended up getting only one inner. So, and this is the inner for disc 1. So for album 1. And there was no inner for album 2. You know, because it came with these polyline sleeves. Obviously, this album sold out immediately when Lunchbox, you know, had it up. So yeah, extremely disappointed in that. Otherwise, obviously, I have brand new copies. Played the whole albums through. They're great. I just can't pull out the sleeves because it upsets me. Like, no, I don't have the right sleeve. I don't have all the sleeves. I actually tried to write the record company, and that pissed me off because they're like, nope, not our problem. But I'm like, you know, this is a manufacturer defect, really. You know, it's not Lunchbox shouldn't be responsible for this. But yeah, no go. They wouldn't send me an inner. Anyway, this album in 2022, I think quite a few of them sold, but it sold for 131 on average for 2022. And the lowest one currently on Discogs, at least of this day or whatever, it was 160. So people are just really spending some change on this record. And the last one sold for 164. So I really think people are going a little overboard on this. I just can't imagine that they're not going to continue to press this. It's just that they're really slow at doing it. I think it's maybe because it's so deluxe, you know, it's You know, got the foil and everything, and it's got the really thick jacket as well, just like the Quicksand record. Okay, this one is, I debated whether to put these together or not, because this is kind of a box set. And I do have the box. I'm just not going to show the box. I'm just going to show the albums. But this is this is number 7, my 7 most valuable records. It's records in this case, but I think that these albums go together. You know, I think they came out around the same year, I think. But anyway, and this is a special edition. This is Lady Gaga, The Fame, and Lady Gaga, The Fame Monster. I really think that these are, in this collection, this box set, they were sold together, so they kind of do go together. And this is like a kind of a clear Coke bottle green for the Fame. And this did come in a special box, and I ordered this special from, anyway, Lady Gaga, The Fame, and Lady Gaga, The Fame Monster. And the Fame Monster comes on a gray vinyl. And this one has 4, 5, 6, like 8 songs. It's kind of an EP, but not really. I think it's like a full length, but really, I think that both these albums, they really go together. They're sold as a package in this box set, and all the songs were kind of released around the same time, you know, in succession. You know, when she was really hitting on these records, because this album had only ever been available on vinyl as a picture disc, which I do not buy picture discs. I really don't. So since it was only available on picture disc, I never picked it up. But now that but in this box, it came as a gray, you know, regular vinyl record, and that's what I wanted. So that's what I got, right? So the average that these sold for together in that box set was $134 on Discogs. And there's one available right now for $172. So it's definitely not cheap. And yeah, I'm not sure how many of these were pressed. I don't know how limited they were. These records are great, and they're my 7th most valuable records. Now this one, like I said about having your favorite albums on your list of your most valuable, this couldn't be any better. This is Aurora. I love Aurora. This is the red vinyl. This is for Infections of a Different Kind, step 1. I love Aurora. Love Aurora. She can do no wrong in my book. She's a perfect human being, a perfect artist. During the pandemic, you know, during the first year, kind of, you know, 2020, I think, really. No, 2019 into 2020, I discovered Aurora, and oh my God, I would watch her videos and her interviews, and I was like, this person is so positive and so interesting. You know, if you just watch her videos and stuff, you know, she has all this weird stuff with her hands and stuff, and it may seem, oh, she's kind of pretentious and stuff like that, but it's really, really not. I mean, when you listen to her interviews and they talk to her, she is 100% consistent all the time. She is who she is. Like, how she sees the world is fantastic. It's amazing, and I love Aurora. I'm so glad that I bought this record. I paid a little bit. Well, I got it off the website, you know, and this was a very limited press. I think this might have been like a repress. Maybe I don't know if they found some more and just threw them up on the site. But when I was discovering Aurora, it's funny because I got step 2. I found it, just got it at Lunchbox. It was just used. And I was like, holy shit. So I just grabbed it and bought it. And that one's on blue. That one, I guess, is readily available. It didn't make the list, but this one, Infections of a Different Kind, step 1, this one was only released, I think, on her website. And yeah, sold from the site. And this is the number 6. So this record, it's so fucking good. So good. So Aurora, I love Aurora. So this album on Discogs, the average sales in 2022, actually 2021 and 2022, this album is another one that does not show up very often. So I just did the whole 2021 and 2022 average the sales because I think there was only one that sold in 2022. So it averaged at 146. But the one that sold in 2022, only one, and we're in the 10th month of 2022, on Discogs, is sold for 173. So yeah, I don't know what this could go for. If you put it up now, you might be able to put it up for at least 150. I don't know. But yeah, the last one sold for 173, and this was the red, and this was only available on the artist's website. Fantastic record. 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10, 100%. I love Aurora. I'm so glad I grabbed this when I had the chance and that I was getting into it at the right time. This is an album that if I had on my eBay search, because you get the email notifications or on the Discog notifications, if this popped up, I would have a hard time not paying whatever they want, whatever the seller wanted. This album is that good. And that's for me, right? This is a grail for me. I don't know that anybody else would want to pay 170. Well, I've obviously paid 173. It would be hard for me not to. So I'm so glad I got it when I did. Like I said, I was able to get it just from the site for whatever the regular price was plus shipping. Okay, this is Future Michael, Future State of 42. I am going to separate the 10 through 6 and 5 to 1. The video is going long, so I just wanted to pop in and let you know that there will be another video after this one with the top 5. Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, all right, thanks.